What's up, guys? Welcome back to In the Zone, episode 26. Coming off a nice little victory from yesterday. A buy-in and a half, not too shabby, not too shabby. Going to be playing for about the same length of time, maybe a half an hour today instead of the 15-20 we've been doing. I enjoyed that a little more, got a chance to play more hands, got to talk to just speak. I enjoy talking. So, longer videos equals more words per session. We'll be raising here if he folds, we'll be set mining if he doesn't. Raising here with the ace jack. Interesting board here. Let's see what he wants to do. Actually, multi-way maybe it's not so interesting. I think I just fold it and move on. We biff pretty hard. Yeah, easy game. Easy game. So yeah, I think I played my last session pretty well. I ran really good though, and to be honest, I'm running pretty good in this whole series. I'd be lying if I said it was all skill. I guess I'm not running extremely well. I did have that 98% suck out. And whatever episode, like episode 7 I think it was. Under the gun, shorty raise. Let's just flat, let's see, a flop. If he 3-bets, I'll probably just have to dump it. Not the best flop for us either. I mean, we have backdoor straight, and that's pretty much it. 2 overcards, but I don't even know if our overcards are good against an under the gun raiser. If we knew more about him, obviously we'd know, but I tend to try to treat these as population densified. Densified is not the word I was looking for. Population oriented as possible. And I don't think even this little, that's confusing, but you know what? Let's make some tight folds. Let's just go for value today. I like that idea. Me too. It's my other personality stepping into the ring. Speaking of playing tight, let's go ahead and call here. We're getting a really good price. Interesting flop. We do have our flush draw, and he pots it. I really can't imagine him having a jack if he's potting it. Like, people love to slow play so much that why would you be betting, or why would you be potting it if you had a jack? So I'm going to see if I can't hit a heart. I don't. I'm done. As of now, he's going to pot it again. He half pots it. Either way, I can't really do anything about it. I don't mind seeing one card, even if it is a pot-sized bet. There's no reason to invest more money, though. We missed pretty hard, and it's not even the nut flush, so I don't think there's a reason to proceed further. I mean, it's possible he had a jack, but I don't think he's potting it with a jack, so I think we can see a turn and play some poker. The turn's not good for us, and we say, see you later. I'll see you at another table, I'm sure. We won't know it, though. See? I'm rambling. I like to talk. I like to talk. I'm going to steal here if it folds to us. If there is a raise in front of us, I will throw it away. If he was deeper, I'd consider doing something, but Queen Deuce is not strong enough to get 2 out of line. Same thing with 10-7. 3-7, no thank you. Wish we could do music on YouTube's. I'm afraid of getting everything muted, and that would not be a fun video for you or me to do if I played it for half an hour and you couldn't hear me. Not that, you know, I'm that awesome that you want me, whatever. Let's just see a flop. I'll shut up. We have a gutter and a pair. 4x is interesting. I still haven't figured out what these people are thinking, if there is a general thought as to 4xing it. I'm going to check call here. I'm going to bet here. Just he checked to us. He probably doesn't like his hand much. I'm actually surprised he did call. And now we're just pretty much done with it. If he bets, we're going to have to just fold. Sorry. I'm going to flat. No reason to raise, I don't think. He's going to check back this turn a lot. And that's a really not good river for us. We do win, though. Other rivers I would have considered leading into, but I don't want to bet this 10. just because only on that 10 card, or that river card, is better hand calling. We're not going to get ace king to fold. We're getting called by a lot of his flushes, a lot of his straights. No point in betting. I mean, we have a winnable hand, obviously, because we won, and you don't want to turn that into a bluff. So we just check, let him make a decision. We'll be raising this. Make it, you know what, I'm a little bit shorter. I can make it 40, 45. Be folding the king 10. It's really close. If it was suited, I'd call. If it was a jack, I'd call. King 10, I just don't want to go to battle. That's a pretty nice flop for us, as if you can imagine. I want to bet. I just want to bet enough. You know what? In an earlier session I played today, I was flopping sets and getting sucked out on. So let's just bet it. He's folding this often, unfortunately, but we want to make him put money in the pot if he's got draws, which he has some there. Not a lot, but he does have some. All right, we're cruising right along on one table at least. Don't see any reason to call a 10x raise with jack high. Doesn't seem like a profitable endeavor. I've been experimenting with limping in with hands like this, and I spoke too soon. I think I'll just fold. No reason to get too crazy. A lot of times I like to raise in spots like this. I'm still gonna. I was thinking maybe I wouldn't this time because our hand is so weak if we do get called. Yeah, should have just trusted my instincts, Trav. But what 10s can he have? What 7s can he have? What flush draws can he have? He doesn't have a whole lot of this board, I don't believe. If he had like king 10, he's raising me. He's not check or limping. This will work often, not all the time, but it will work often. All right, we say see you later. Wow. I think it works often enough though with that board. And now we go back to this. He's betting the pot on this. We are beat as well. I told someone on Twitter today that I was running really well in these videos, and I just pretty much cursed myself. Somebody was saying he enjoyed the videos and keep up the good work, and I was like, thank you. I have to be honest. A lot of it's running good, and now I'm just like, here, pay for that comment really quick. Alright, Bovada, I will. I'm gonna take a stab at this. If he, wow. So if he had a hand, he just cost himself money. I was planning on stabbing, even though it's not the greatest flop. It's hard for him to actually have a flopped flush. So I was gonna take a stab, try to take it down. He just cost himself at least a quarter. Which again, we've talked about, isn't a whole lot of money, but it is 5 big blinds. So, something to think about. We take on the pot over here. Hey, you. Alright. This is good enough for a steal. Suited king. If it folds to us, it does. We go on the attack. We get 1 flat. We get 2 flats. Flop bottom pair. Not exactly the greatest thing ever. He has nothing. I think I'm going to check this back though. We pick up a lot of equity on a lot of turns. A king, obviously, a 3. Any club is good for us. I think we're just going to check back, see if we can hit some equity. We don't. That's actually one of the worst cards in the deck because this hits a lot of range. Queen Jack hits a lot of call range. Is there anything I can get to fold? 7s, 8s, 9s probably fold. I'm just gonna check this back. We might actually win this pot if it checks 5 cents. It's like, no. I charge you a nickel. If this was heads up, I would call here, even with a weak pair like a 3. But because this lets him do something ridiculous, we're not actually guaranteed to see what his 2 cards are. So it looks ridiculous. Maybe it is, but I don't think it is. If we knew for sure the guy was either folding or calling, and that was into the hand, I think it's worth it. But with only a pair of threes and a chance for him to re-raise this afterwards, let's just throw it away. We will steal here. I feel like we haven't gotten a lot of success in this series or this episode so far on our steals, and this hits his range quite a bit. We just check back. A 9 is good for us. We don't hit it. I was trying to call it before I got there. I wanted to let the dealer know I wanted a 9. Man. So I'm gonna flat this and totally brick. An ace against the steal or re-steal range in the small blind against someone who appears, I don't know for sure he knows what he's doing, but I give a lot of credit to people who have above a starting stack. Not a whole lot of credit, but I give some. Even fishes can get lucky, but you see a lot more people with profit who know what they're doing than the fishies, in my opinion. I think I'm just gonna flat here. I want to see 3 cards. If it 3 bets, we'll fold. Let's see a flop over here. No. You will not make a pair. And if it is, it will be bottom pair. I'm going to fold here. The ace crushes what he's trying to tell us he has. Interesting that he checks this. I'm going to take a stab. For sure. I expect this to work some of the time. I'm not sure if it works often enough, but I'm going to try it. Alright. I guess we could have made a stab here on this table as well, but I didn't, so I can't stab the river because he's not going to fold anything that would have folded on the turn. Yeah. Maybe I should have waited till later to record this in my usual time setting. I'm actually recording a video before midnight. I know. I know. I just lost half of my audience via heart attack. Which means I have one left. Hey, this will be the time I get a walk, or folds through. Alright. Bummer. Still have to go with this though. I represent the ace more than his range does. If he calls, we're pretty much done on a lot of turns. Kings are decent for us, and tens just because we pick up the equity. I'm gonna call here. I've kind of been in a struggle with my own thoughts as far as over limping, especially when they're short like this. I mean, limp ranges are oftentimes weak aces, so therefore we cannot continue. However, we can see a flop for relatively cheap, so I like it so far. There's a lot of I've been talking to someone else about over limping as well, and we're just kind of on the fence about it. I'm not really too sure how I feel about it. I like seeing 3 cards, and if it's cheap to see 3 cards, there's no reason to charge a shorty like that, in my opinion. This hasn't worked for us so far. I guess it is Sunday night on a holiday. Maybe people are going to be a little bit looser. Maybe people have been drinking a little bit today. So I think our fold equity is even less. So maybe I should just really tighten up, make a boring video, but make a profit. That's not a bad idea. I kind of like that idea. Kind of like it. We passed the $80 mark yesterday. I'm not going to be limping here, or over limping here. I don't mind it on the button. I'll be in position on the flop so long as we don't get re-raised. But over here in the hijack or under the gun +1. Wow. So limp, raise, cold 3-bet, cold 4-bet. Our 3s are no good here, guys. Pretty safe to say. I mean, this is like aces so often. Aces or kings. And he checks. What? And he check calls? I have no idea what's going on at this table. Over on this table, though, we do have the pair of aces, obviously. I feel like kings would have been re-raising. Ace-king might have flatted. And we have backdoor flush draw equity. I almost feel like betting again. King 9 is my only concern. I mean, a set of 9s instead of 4s, but that's not a whole lot of combos. I'm gonna bet. He snap calls, and it gets there. I think I just check this back now. It's really hard for him to have a strong flush that he's really happy about. We have the ace, the king's on the board, so all the ace X, king X combos of the flushes are gone. Queen 10 of spades. Didn't even consider betting. And now my computer froze. There we go. I just want to see what he had, if it will let me. He had king jack. He may have called a bet there. I don't mind his check back, by the way. I'm gonna try to take this down just right now. I do have to fire on clubs if he calls, I think. Especially now that he's tanking. I can't imagine him having a flush draw and like actually typing in his calculator what the odds are. Like, should I call? Let me get my calculator and sign set. So we have a pretty fun flop. Not the greatest, not the worst. It gets even better now. We have straight draw and a flush draw. That's lots of equities. And now that we hit, this is actually a pretty cool board to hit because he might be putting us on the flush draw, and the fact that it didn't get there, we can bet for value and quite large, I believe. He can, yeah, I was just going to say, he can put us on missed flush draws, which we do have, but we also have the straight draw that got there, and that's pretty nice scenario to happen. What did he have? 8-9. I could have overbet there. Bummer. I lost some value. I could have overbet there. And I think I get called by what he had almost every time. I don't think I could have jammed, but I could have overbet like probably 2x pot. Probably anyway. But hey, no worries. We made some money. I think I did make a mistake though. I said bet kind of large and it was still like significantly, I can't say that word, significantly lower than the pot. Significantly. Am I really going to have to practice saying a word off camera? What an idiot. If anyone is still watching this series, I apologize that I can't say words. Significantly. And now it doesn't even sound right. Anyway, back to the poker action. I'm going to be stealing with the king, and I am going to take a stab at this as well. We get quite a few folds. This hits us more than it hits him, as well as the fact that we have the gutter to the straight. Fold. Fold. 5x, see you later. Here's my nickel. Have a good day. Be raising here with the pocket eights. Shorties are not my favorite thing to do this with because we take on a lot of pots pre-flop anyway. This is a pretty wet board, so I'm just going to go ahead and not slow play it whatsoever. I might even just bet right next to pot. I should have just clicked the pot button. It would have been easier. I'm getting not a whole lot of folds, especially from two players, and I just want to charge them as much as I can to see the turn. I would be really surprised if both of these guys folded on this flop. And he bets into us. We have a pretty decent hand. Now we have a boat. The only hand that beats us is, two jacks. I'm going to check back. Great-ish turn or river. I have to bet here now. And I think this is one of those spots where he's calling any size or folding to any size. If you guys watched yesterday's video and my ramble about the bet size deal, it didn't make sense, let me know, because I watched it again today and I was like, I knew what I was trying to say, but I don't think I put it out there right. So yeah, if you watched episode 25 and my rant made no sense to you, let me know. I'll try to explain it in better words this time. We biff pretty hard here, nothing even remotely close to us. I mean, the 4 is close, but not close to anything that we want to see. So we go back on the fold grind. Folding, too weak of an ace. If he was deeper, I'd consider calling. Now I might call. We're gonna be out of position. Let's just play the fold Reno game. Under the gun limp. Hijack limp. We're gonna see a family pot? Let's see a family pot. Buddy. Why you gotta be so rude? Why you gotta be so mean? If I ever do that again, please unfollow me from every form of social media. Never watch my videos again. And you can tweet me and call me whatever name you want. I'll give you a free pass. You have to put hashtag mean though, so I know why you're being mean. I'll be like, oh, okay, fair enough. Could have arguably raised. But like I said, seeing 3 cards is a fun thing I like to do. And I'm getting called by ace queen and ace king a lot if I do re-raise, and I just want to see 3. That's it. Let's see 3. Hashtag LS3. Sounds actually not good. Someone out there's like, did you say hashtag LSD? No. No, I did not. 9. Well, ace 10's a raise. Ace 9 is eh. Alright. I'll behave. I'm gonna call one street here. And the fact that he doesn't bet, I want to see a turn. I'm gonna call this turn. I'm gonna be a little bit sticky here. We might win this. We do win this. He went way too fast for me to explain anything, and so did I. If he had a king, he's probably c-betting. And he did not. So I didn't think he had much in his hand. Ace queen versus our 4s. Even then, I mean, if we get it in, let's just say hypothetically we get it in, we're still pretty close to flipping there. But the run out was just too good to do anything but call the turn and then see if our 4s are good enough on the river. It wasn't strong enough to bet, in my opinion. I mean, even if he had a flush draw and hit a single pair, he's probably still calling. But I don't mind it. Maybe that's a little bit splashy. But hey, it worked. We won the hand. Same thing right here. Same exact reasoning I'm going to call here. If he bets, he doesn't. I'm going to bet for him this time, though. I figure we're getting folds often. Hey, we have 2 of the pair things. Let's see, there's the king, and then there's the 5. Can you call with ace jack, ace 10, ace 9 for sure? Let's just bet half. We might get called by a weaker ace. Might get called by a weaker king as well. We didn't do either of those things. But we're back in profit land on this table, so that's cool. Hurry up. I'm making a video. I don't have time for your shenanigans. We're gonna go with the flop a pair with the pair game today. I think I do call. Actually, I'm not sure if I call this. C-betting into 4 people or 3 people. Well, all right. Alright, let's see how big of a mistake I'm making here. I think betting into 3 people gives him a better chance to have an overpair to ours. And with him calling, I just didn't like the scenario. This is weird. Why would you c-bet into 3 people and now turn c-bet a nickel? If he folds, I swear to God. Okay, that's better. He has like king 9 or queen 9, jack 9, that kind of thing. Yeah, look, queens. Hey, guys. And we call them multi-way. Alright. So... This was heads up pot, regardless of who it was. I think I would c-bet. But somebody, there's 2, 4, 6 cards out there. If one of them is a king, we're not getting it to fold. No matter what the other card is. If this is a king and that's a 2, it's calling. If he checks, I'm going to take 1 stab. If it gets called or raised by anybody, I am done with it. But I'm going to take a stab. I think I can make it exactly half pot. I believe the same thing gets accomplished. I'm done with this hand unless we hit a queen. Because even king 6, king 8, none of those are folding. He could be jamming here with this stack to pot ratio. I mean, excuse me, first of all. What a weird spot. What a weird spot. Let's make a really bad... Wow. I mean, I didn't think queen 6 was in there. I had some other ideas, and I'll have to go through it and rethink them. I had a few hands in mind that he might have that he would bluff with. Queen 6 wasn't one of them, but it was the same kind of style. So I'm not sure how much I love that play or not. But if he had a king, if he had a jack even, if he had 2 pairs, isn't he just going to put his whole stack in the middle? He had $1 left in a pot of $1.18, or like $1 left in a pot of $1.18. If he had a good hand, why isn't he just putting the rest of his money in there? Guy. So that's why I leaned towards making a bad call that was right. We flop a pair. The toppest of the pairs, but I don't think it's maybe it's strong enough. I feel like I don't want to c-bet here. I'm gonna call this. I'm not gonna raise it, and I'm gonna call if he makes it like 35 when he checks back. Let's just try to get a zero down out of this. That's a pretty decent card for us. I'm not getting any. The reason I checked back or was planning on checking back, pots it. So you donked. Wow. Wow, and he gets there with the clubs. Okay, fair enough. The reason I checked back, maybe I should have with his exact hand, but we're not getting better aces to fold. Ace 8, no. Ace 9, Ace 10, Ace Jack, not folding. King Queen, not folding. Queen 10, not folding. There's so many hands in his range that show up there that I don't think betting is correct. Just realized both of these guys are deep. Well, this isn't too bad of a flop for us. You're gonna donk too? It's like the donk Sunday night donk session so far. He's thinking about it, and if he does, I'm calling unless he like donk shoves. I think I just checked back here. I think maybe this is a pretty terrible decision. Yeah, I'm just gonna check back. So now we have a 9 is a straight and a king is a straight. So if he bets, I'm calling. Even if he pots it, damn. I'm still kind of unraveled about that last hand. Not like tilt. Like I'm not mad. I'm just that last one got me off my off my peak. All right, you got it. You got it. And we take down a huge 2.5 big blind pot here. I will be stealing to a fold. Yes. I think that ace 7 hand I could have bet. Did I bet turn? I don't remember how it turned out now, to be quite honest. It is. It's Sunday night donk night. And I really can't do anything about it. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense for him, though. Man. Maybe I could have raised. I'm definitely knocked off my A game after that, though. Again, I'm not like mad tilt. I think there's a major difference between tilting after a loss from being mad or just being less focused. Both of them are equally as bad for your game, in my opinion. Have a gutter. Have gutter, will bet. But I think I'm going to take a time out at least. Maybe I'll make a second video tonight. I don't know, I'm a little bit... I'm thrown for a loop. Because now my game has struggled and I'm tilting that I'm tilting. With that said, do I want a 3-bet? Just admitted I'm tilting and I'm going to raise? No, thank you. No, thank you. Interesting little session, though. Again, I kind of like these longer than 20-minute, even though it's like 10 minutes more. It's still significantly more volume when I do it this way. I mean, just the last 2 nights, it's like an extra episode. Like, it would have taken me 3 episodes to do what I did in 2. There we go. So now it's math time. My favorite time of video. So we won a whole $1.24. Look out. Hey, I'm profiting. I'm just joking. So we're, wow. When you hit wrong buttons, it ruins everything. 84.39 for the bankroll challenge now. Slowly but surely we're getting there. I'm going to be doing another video again, hopefully around 3 o'clock tomorrow for you guys, so 3 o'clock Tuesday for me. Yeah. I don't know, I kind of lost my train of focus there for a little bit. I was planning on doing it a little bit longer, doing this episode a little bit longer, but I think I want to quit when I'm not focused in videos and when I'm playing for real, so I think this is okay. We profited, I can't complain. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, again, hopefully 3 o'clock, if not a little bit after. So thanks again for watching. If you guys are enjoying it, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment. You can hit me up on Twitter, the Facebook page, all the links below you can check out if you want to tell me, hey, good job, buddy. You can't really do that on social media. There's no emote. There's a thumb up emote. Anywho, let me just stop rambling now. Thanks again for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow. Later.